Haunted Tower. It's a level. Alright, so far, I like what I've seen when I had my failure attempt. Got Mario 2 aesthetics. There's a message box. I'm lighting candles. Curious. It's in Japanese. Alright, fine. I can do that. Haha! It didn't work. Oh well. Let's see. Ai, Oi, Kono, something ka. Yeah, Kore. Yeah, there's no way I'm going. Actually, no. This doesn't even look like it's. This isn't using the same system. This is a different, newer system built in. That's not how SMW does its stuff. Huh. Well, shoot. Eldad had the unfortunate... Wait. Oh, there might be a candle there. Time to moderate a hack called Humans 2. It's a brutal Kaizo hack to familiar music and made it off-key. That's unpleasant. Does remind me a little bit of, like, SMW from memory. In thematic sense, but SMW from memory was an act of love. Whereas that sounds like an act of war. Don't know what lighting candles do, but I feel I should do it. Nuts. Alright, that reminds me. I want to see if we can translate the thing. There we go. We'll just go in, and then we'll grab a screenshot of it and throw it at Google Translate. Actually, if someone else wants to throw it at Google Translate, feel free to try too. But, like, clearly, it's not going to work with my system, because my system doesn't support kanji. Let's put the 1010 in the same glyph, which is definitely something that the original SMW didn't support. Which I find fascinating. Oh, where was it? I haven't done anything with this since Tweed's hack. Which has a lot of random crap in it. What game was this? Oh, that was the pinball thing when it broke. Let's see if we can get an actual translation out of this. Copy image. Translate.google.com. Images. Hey, unless you want to die without going any further than this idiot. Alright, well, that was something. And then I died without going any further like this idiot. It happens. It's a very dark level. But so far I'm liking it more than the prior level. Alright, this time I'm not going to get tricked by that. It's interesting the candles I light stay lit. And there are... frog... Oh, that's Yoshi's forward-pointing face. I don't know if I'm going... I can't break those, because I'm not big. Alright, what's over here? Embiggening! Of course. There we go. You know, a power-up is a nice thing to have. It's been so long since I've had one. Okay, well, it was a nice thing to have had. Okay. I mean, I think the thing that's the coolest about this I've seen so far is the text system. If only I heeded the message box. It's true. How you doing, Sopdash? Threw it in Gemini, hit it, don't go further unless you want to die. That is probably a better translation. Oh. I have to wait. Oh, for Pete's sake. Smiley face. Trying to convince your cat that the desk is indeed off limits. Good luck. Cats sure love boundaries. When I was staying with my sister recently, one of her cats realized that I was capable of opening doors and was very intent on getting me to open some for him. To which I told him, no, I'm not doing that. Cat's just a bit too smart for his own good. Just a bit, though. Hasn't worked so far, not surprised. Is cat. Just their nature. Okay. Just chill. Oh. I should have chilled better. I failed to chill. Okay. Good thing he's cute. I mean, that's basically the entirety of civilization and cats in a nutshell. It's a good thing this cat is cute, or else I would be mad at the thing it did that is very cat-like. Nuts. Oh, hey, there's an extra thing there. I needed those. And apparently I can't light this candle. Did I miss another candle? I don't want any unlit candles. Yeah, I want to see if there's a swingy one or not. You never know with these types. You never know who's a swinger and who isn't. Well, it's telling me to go right, but then there's stuff down here. What is that? Is Mario playing a trumpet? I can hold it. Oh, okay. Yeah, but not for very long. We're oddly far into that level to introduce a concept like that. Not sure why I wanted to hold him. It's like, once it gave me the option, I had to do it. One of these days I'll learn. What else? What else? What else? Oh, I did some tech interviewing today. It didn't go great. The question I usually ask, especially when I dummy it down to I don't think you need the key beautiful insight of the specific problem, amounts to writing 2 loops. And you'd be surprised how many people can't write 2 loops. Especially when, like, I give them the option to use the inbuilt library things for some things. Damn it. Then again, if I was trying to do Mario World as an interview right now, I would probably fail. Yeah, I was hoping to get more of this done, but I think CLDC in general has a much higher difficulty curve than the other contests. And I feel like I have data that I can use to prove or disprove this to myself. Because I've played through a number of contests, both as a judge and as a player. And I feel like CLDC might have, like, the longest average level in terms of how long it takes for me to clear it. But I need to sit down and actually, like, do math. Wouldn't be hard. Actually, I've been meaning to do something with that anyway. Maybe I should just bite the bullet and do that as part of it. Because, like, for OLDC or a 24-hour contest, typically there's, like, one... That's what's down there. One thing one level that takes a long time. Whereas other ones like this, I don't know. Like, I haven't found the reservoir of like, dinky, silly, Timmy ones, which I keep hoping to find, because it's always nice to just, like, clear off a lot of numbers in one go. Like, the closest ones I think that we've hit to that were, like, the cotton candy level. And there's another level that was similarly, like, difficult. But other ones are like, I'm gonna hide 1,000,000 secrets in the level. Good luck! Luigi's Adventure. I've heard interesting things about that one. Was also, well, I got up and used the restroom and took my stretch break. I saw this, dang. Japanese collab hack had finished. So I'm pretty sure when that collab hack had started was, like, Hack Jam. So we're looking at, like, 2021. Okay. So cool, it came out. Okay, then. Don't get this bone thrower. I just don't. One of these days, when I don't have anything, like, better in the stack to do, I need to go through the deep cuts that Anon, like, threw my way at GDQ to see what they are and play them. Because there's some, like, really interesting older Japanese and other hacks in there. Of course, that also means I'll need to play on a period-appropriate emulator. Why is that area even here? With the, like, Yoshi's Island block design, I'm never really sure. Okay, let's take a look what's over here. Ah, I understand now. Sure wish I had my power-up still, but I understand now. Okay, so he is on a timer. I thought maybe the instant you threw him that he immediately revived. I don't think that's quite how this works. Okay. One of them, the hacks that Anon recommended was just like a smiley... The name literally was just like a smiley face. Oh, I still need him! Okay. Okay. Alright, well this level is definitely cranked. I see you there, Molly. Sudden and inexplicable escort mission, the level. Okay, this is cute. Nuts. Yeah, that was pretty much it. That's the name. I mean, I have it open, like, right here. Let me see. Super Ping World? Oh, the Mario was one of them. Oh, it's 3 Ps, like that. Who could have seen it coming? Maybe I shouldn't have one more leveled myself. Yeah, I can't carry that one. So the gimmick only starts so far into the level. This is a very oddly paced level. Where, like, here, let's enjoy all of these very vanilla-y things. Admittedly, the up and down area isn't vanilla, but, you know. That in SOW, yeah. No, Anon was just, like, talking about his inspiration and stuff. Anon, like, he's a smart dude and can articulate things very well. He's definitely alright, in my book. Okay. Just gotta be careful. I'd like to hold on to my power-up until I don't want it anymore. VIP are good. Yeah, I've heard great things about VIP. Like, I think the VIP thing is really funny. Having at least a little bit of knowledge of Japanese image board nonsense. For Pete's sake, I know he's there. My personal favorite bit is the nullpo. Someone posted like an ASCII cat and said, you know, what if we started calling null pointer exceptions nullpo? And then someone proceeds to post a picture of an ASCII cat hitting the other ASCII cat in the head. And he goes, God! And a thing was born. Which I didn't understand for the longest time. Because I'd heard the DJ Sharpnel song that used that particular setup. I have made a grievous lapse in my judgment. Hopefully he responds. Yes, he does. He doesn't wiggle very long in your hands. Haven't been around SMW hacks in years since I've been released. There's an awful lot of new hacks that have been interesting and things in recent times. I'm trying to come up with one. People really like Czar. What was one I enjoyed recently? I like Dolls. Reverie was really good. Reverie still is really good, but it was too. Like, basically, like, what if instead of Mario, it was Myst? And you're like, okay, I can work with that. That was a good hack. Luminescent 2? Is Borgie working on Luminescent 2? Okay. This time shall be different. I don't hear a noise. That sounds like a midway. What? Oh, okay. Okay, I got to that finish line. Is that the thing I want? Well, evidently, yes. But yeah, my understanding was I think Borgie was working like a legitimate game. At least I think Kevin told me a few packs ago and was like, you should have checked this one out because the Borgie Man's working on it. I'm like, ah, crap, I missed that one. It was like this game with a frog. Is it just me? Or was I able to collect that twice? I thought I only had one dragon coin coming into that room. Nope. Apparently I had two. I don't know where the other one came from. Alright. Oh yeah, I know where the other one came from. I know what I'm doing now. The first you broke the blocks, then I rode the Skelly dude to get up there. I will never understand why people do this. Like, having a interstitial between those is... I get if you're doing vanilla stuff, sure, yeah, whatever. But I've never understood why you would choose to do that, given how much longer it takes to reload the hack. The level, I mean. Alright, well, I've succeeded doing something. What? What? Was that Boo on the screen? Or is that something that thing did? Because I figured it was a save it spawned a Boo on me. Okay, well that explains that. Because, like, I was looking at that, I'm like, clearly there's something going on here. I forgot you don't have to wait for them to run out. Okay, so it's spawn. Okay, I understand now. Nothing personnel, kid. Yeah. The personnel, kid. My name's not Shane. I drew one of those annoying associations the other day when I was playing Batman, the pinball machine. There's the major villain modes like Penguin and Joker and Riddler and Catgirl. And then there's the like minor ones that like have King Tut and other weird... I didn't watch enough Batman to know why this is a villains. And one of them was Shame. Okay. That's a Kaizo block. I like that one because it's a free multi-ball. You just proc it, you get a 2-ball multi-ball, so that's just kind of nice if you wanted to have a 2-ball multi-ball at that point in time. And I think if you manage to complete that mode, all of your future multi-balls are +1 ball, which is nice. Or you get an add-a-wall or something. I forget. Yeah. Had a couple decent Black Knight games the other day. After I was done hanging out with Snyder, went and played a little bit of pinball. But I think with the stuff I need to get done for the upcoming week, there's be very little pinball. A little bit annoying, but what can you do? I wonder where this track is from. It's very Mega Man-ish. See, I've learned my lesson. Which is, don't let that thing do more of that nonsense. I can scarcely see these things. Oh, man. Okay. That may have had repercussions later. Okay. They're just going in front and behind them. Okay, so I didn't test whether or not going behind made a difference. Oh, boy. Mega Man? Alright. A few days of playing a 6-exit hack, hit a P-switch, and the hack broke. Weird. How'd it break? Oh, yeah. I still have a lot of beverage. I like the spinning coin up there, I just noticed. Okay. Get up there. Black screen? Oof. So it died. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill this guy. I don't think it's gonna get any better. Oh, these are so hard to see correctly. Up. I was not sure about anything there. Hack is not called luminescent, but arborescent. Had to go to Blue Sky to find a trailer for Dimensio. Oh, wow. Didn't realize Borgia might have been working on that for that long. Like I said, I thought he had a lot of irons in the fire. Okay. What? Okay, maybe I need to grab on lower? Okay, there's a tiny bit of rope there. Remember when it was said, when I said it was so nice to have power-ups? I can scarcely see these chains except when the lightning's... You are Now I'm wondering if I'm going the right way. Well, not that way. I can pick them. Anyway, that frog game looked cool. That's all I was really trying to say about Borgy Man's work. Arborescent. Let's not, then. Luminescent is one of the few hacks where I know I'm in the credits. And I think that's pretty cool. To be fair, almost everybody is in the credits. Had an idea. It worked! Yeah, nuts to that obstacle. Okay, double check. Yes, it does work the way I think it does. Those are just rebadged Koopas. No! You're in the credits for one of Stego's hacks? You were named a level? Oh, that's cool. I'm in like a few of Laser's hacks credited, because Laser loves using the USB tool I wrote to move ROMs around. Which reminds me, I should, you know, finish making a far better version of that tool than the version I released. Not the version, say the version I released was bad, but it was annoying and relied upon a library I didn't really love. I was, okay. I was hoping that maybe this will work, but we'll see. Oh, the aesthetics of this and what they're doing with the gameplay conflict in more than a few places. Where, like, yes, it's this cool dark level, but I can't see shit. Like, I just can't. In the credits for Kazakh for playtest, and that's cool. Yeah, I think I have a tester credit or two, but not many. Played for like 4 hours and didn't make it far. Well, you still tested it. The intent matters. And it's good to reward people for helping out. Oh, that's why I should do this. I fucked up. I fucked up. It worked out, but I did fuck up. Now we just wait. But yeah, these chains against the black background are really hard to see. It might just be projector setup. But like, this seems kind of cruel. Got lucky there. Okay, so I know the chain is here. Brilliant. Hard to see on your end, too. Oh, this might be another one where I have to come back tomorrow. I was like, I'm kind of fading a bit. I didn't sleep the best yesterday. I slept okay. Had to wake up to do some tech interviews. As I said, didn't go great. But it was one of those, like, to be frank, the person who told me to interview them was already expecting it to go kind of badly, so... One of those is doing it as a favor just for someone. We contributed. It's true! No! He's not getting off another one of those. I miss having power-ups. Alright, so can I... Oh, it's just a drag coin. Okay, cool. Okay. So now I can go guarantee jump here. And here. Made a sample for the boot logo. You're kind of a big deal. I mean, Nightmare Cafe. It's good credit. It's like being a Best Boy grip or something. I still don't actually know what the Best Boy does. And apparently it's a position that doesn't discriminate. There are female Best Boys, too. Oh, I just despawned at 100%. Best Boy helps the key grip? Ah, okay. Yes. Yes, I did. I eventually... You might have still been there when I just started noob mode. I think you were. It took a while. Even with noob mode, and at the end it insulted me. It was fun. And then we paged through on Lunar Magic and looked at some of them, and some of them look truly atrocious. Like, this is not the kind of level you should make for this kind of thing. I think the one I saw that was the worst was one that used those Mario 3 style platforms, where, like, you spawn them and then you jump on them to change direction. And in one spot, there was, like, a too-wide gap you had to get through with spikes on either end. Like, I just think that the calibration of difficulty here was not correct in that level. This level is fine. I'm dumb, but this level's fine. Like, there was a bunch of levels that had Boss Bass in them. Like, I got a good draw for noob mode, I'm gonna be honest. I think I've gotten one of those other ones that were really bad. I probably would have turned on cheats. As it is, I got a legitimate noob clear after about 2 hours. Most of which was the last one, which was like RNG bullet bills, piranha plants, and bloopers. And when I saw the ending, when I saw the credits, it said inspired by really neat gimmicks. And I'm like, everything, I expected that. I saw that coming. Though because it was inspired by, I don't think it's made by the same person. So there's a little bit of difference there, at least. Scroll strats. Oh. Best Boy, their assistants to the department head, the gaffer in charge of electricals, and the key grip, lighting and rigging, respectively. Huh. Today we learned. As I've heard Biff's song, it just doesn't actually help a lot. It's like set up lights, I think, is the line in Biff's song. You sub for using noob mode? Yes, 2 hours. I mean, that's the thing, is quite literally, like, if this had been a hack, I would have been perfectly fine with that. But this is a contest entry, right? And, like, I'm putting time aside out of my day to do this, man. It's kind of mean of you to do. Especially having played through it now. I know I never would have beaten the challenges stated. Like, I'm gonna look up how many times I died. I'm certain it's in the 200s. More than 200. Like, there were a few levels in there that I liked, but honestly, I think it was a case where there's just quantity over quality. Like, an awful lot of those levels were long. Like, none of them, except the water levels, were shorter than 14 screens long? 15 screens long? No, that's not right. No, actually it is. D screens long is like 13 or 14. How to judge be miffed to that kind of negativity? Yeah, it just doesn't feel good. Like, it's just, yeah, it doesn't feel nice. The fundamental issue is that, like, if you're gonna be that negative, you better be damn funny. Case in point, any of the Katamari Damacy games. My little brother hates those games because he doesn't like the king insulting him. I get it. But the thing is, the king is funny. Like, when he insults you for, like, doing your best, you can at least laugh at it. Whereas There? Yeah, I wasn't enthused. The player has to be on the joke, yeah. It's a decent way of putting it. Kind of felt the same way. There was one of the levels in QLDC this year that did something similar. Where it's like, you're going to need to use your whole brain. I'm like, I don't know if I have a whole brain right now. And then the next message box was, don't make jokes about not having a brain. Self-deprecating humor isn't funny. And like, if I hadn't been getting over being sick, I probably would have thought that was funny. But at the moment, it was just a kick in the nads. Like, I was not all there, unfortunately. And given what that level demanded, it did not help. Give you less technical... Well, good thing I laughed, Fries. You didn't lose it for nothing. Entry is getting lower place result, or is it upper for taking risks? I'm not answering that question. Basically, you can guess how I feel about it based upon the words I've said. I'm not going to reveal anything scoring related at this point in time. Not my first rodeo. Have people fallen for that? Like, here's the key thing. Yeah, do you mind? Yes. Like, honestly, there was an awful lot going on in that level that I really liked. I liked the recursive steps. That was really cool. Like, the quiz at the end was funny, I think. Like I said, I wasn't all there. The place where I got kind of lost was the static and counting. Especially the last one. I just thought after the room where I'd finished, I was done. But no, then there was the room with the reversed controls. And I just hate reverse controls. Like, unless you're doing something really interesting with them, I'm never going to like a level anyone makes with reverse controls. Just like, oh, I switched left and right. Oh no, B and A are different now. Oh, and I'm like, dude, would this level have been fun without the gimmick? Or is this the only thing you have going for you? Because you better have something good going on otherwise. Now, to its credit, like, levels that do, like, the milkshake water, like, I don't mind that. That's an actual interesting use of the gimmick. But those are few and far between. Yeah, screen was covering Mario. There was a quiz at the end. That was funny. I think. Ah! Like, I know what to do. Do I know what to do there? I want to test the theory. I'm not usually one to use scroll strats, but this level seems to make you want to use them. Like, if I could spawn those Eries when I'm on the left side, I would be in a better spot. And, despite the fact that, like, there's an awful lot of hackery stuff going on, there was no, they left LNR on. It would indicate to me that this is more than allowable. Is it one of those quizzes where your answers don't matter? I think the answers actually did matter, but they weren't hard to answer. Like I said, I wasn't entirely there. Yep, I can scroll. I'm in can scroll. I mean, it's on YouTube if you want to look it up and take a minute. If you or anyone else wants to. Wouldn't be that hard to skip to the end and see it. The quiz, that is. Okay. Get my Yoshi coin. Get up. The Elder LR scrolling. I mean, yeah. Like, honestly, though, like, if you're going to apply, like, a basic set of patches to SMW, disabling LNR scrolling is like one of them. Like, that's what people do. Yeah, I have no idea who made this one. I think so far the thing I've liked most was the carryable skeleton, dry bones. But I also get the feeling this level's going to end in an actual boss. There's just something about it. Like, I get the feeling there's going to be a boss at the end. There's something about how the level's made. Or maybe it's just because of the, you know, Mario, Yoshi's Island styling, that, and this is only used in boss area, in levels that are fortresses. Kind of Dr. Annecy, got a different vibe? Yeah. I'm not sure I could identify that particular person's style. There are a few people whose style I can identify, or at least can limit to a subset of people who have similar stylings. But not this. Oh. Kind of wonder if that prior level was made by one of the people who made Memobi. It'd be funny if it was. Like, I think this is a cute section. Like, I don't really mind the back and forth in order to make this coin thing work. I do kind of not love this, because it's just a noob trap. But then again, I'm cheesing it, so what do I know? Like, you can time out the ghosts. I've done it. I don't need to do it again. Maybe people would have designed it better. Probably. Now that I think about it. Like, pretty much everyone involved in Memobi is someone who I at least have some respect for in terms of level design and whatnot. I don't love every one of their outputs, clearly. But I wish that would just be like, I wish that was like one tile higher. I missed. Who made Memobi anyway? I feel Underway was one of them. No, Memobi. That I typed Memobi, I meant Memobi. It was some amount of Jump Team members. Damn it. Let's see. Alex, Lazy, Melon Pizza. Oh, yeah, I guess they all are Jump people, aren't they? Alex? Yeah, Alex is probably Jump. I know Melon Pizza is. I don't know why, but I thought Underway was on that team. Must be thinking of a different one. Still need to, still at some point need to play through the Hack Jam entries from last year. I got started on that, like, when I got back from Christmas, and then proceeded to not do anything. There's a lot of things I need to finish or do something better with. Including, but not limited to, CLDC. So I want to finish that playthrough of Toho Slay the Spire. Yeah, I think that might have been one of the reasons. I think there were like 2 different hacks that were in that set that were both terrifying, and I'm like, do I want to start a big thing right now? No. I'll move along and do something else. It's one of those things, I have a hard time dropping things once I start them. I mean, admittedly, I can only think of a few instances where I've been like, yeah... And it's kind of like, I've let it fade away as opposed to being like, yeah, I'm not finishing this. To be fair, I decided not to finish Superman 64, and I think that was the right decision. Because I didn't have a memory card, and that would have been a problem. Alright, I was kind of hoping this side would work the way I thought it did, but it won't. But I can summon these guys in. I think I'm safe. God, I can barely see that. You could beat a hit list? I'm not surprised. I'm certain you spent a lot of time testing it. For the Romac Racist thing at SGDQ last year, there was a question about who would be the first person to beat the D to the fourth, Dan Salvato, Wolsk, and other awesome people section. Look at the video you released yesterday. Mainly be in the right place to dodge each part. Makes sense. I'll stay unspoiled on it for the time being. But it's nice to know that, like, there's a guide in the event that it becomes brutal. Just thinking about the final boss for Boxman Tano. And that was an ordeal. Really, it was 2 ordeals. And then I forgot to save. Oh, I hit the box again. It's like, why is he not gone away? Why am I not falling yet? Boxman boss is a lot more random than the final phase of the final boss or final. That's a lot of finals. There we go. I think this jump is my least favorite part of this level so far. A very far jump. Not a near jump. I have to swap banks for it. I almost made a memory segmentation joke, but then I caught myself. Final fantasy. I hit that jump. I made that joke when I played 5 Days a Stranger. I just called it Stranger, 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 and I called it Stranger and Stranger and Stranger and Stranger and Stranger. I think that's 5. Doesn't work quite so well with 7 Days a Skeptic. Or my personal favorite in the entire series, 4 Minutes a Fart. Which, if I ever play 7 Days a Skeptic, I am so playing 4 Minutes a Fart right after. I thought he... Oh, he was faster than usual that time. Huh. I finally remember it was 6 Days of Sacrifice. But it's one of those, like, I'm not really sure how it would work out on stream, like, playing an actual, like, text adventure game as opposed to a point-and-click one. Because, like, I already type slower when people are observing me. I don't know how that would work over the internet. Shoot. Actually, I guess that's not bad. At all. Wait. Oh, right, I needed to do that. I'm getting sloppy. Bart means speed in Swedish. Swedish translation of the movie Speed was very funny as a kid. He had to keep up his speed, because if his speed ever fell below 60 miles an hour, then the bus would explode from not being speedy enough. I think it was called The Bus That Couldn't Slow Down. Whoops. I can't believe Keanu Reeves was in both of those movies. He had such a weird career when you think about, like, his really early stuff, like Bill and Ted's Adventure. Excellent and bogus. Well, the journey was bogus. The adventure was excellent. I never saw the third one because it just sounded depressing. Seems like a theme that some people who I don't particularly love having in movies is like, oh, you failed. But now someone else gets to succeed. I'm like, yeah, that's great and all, but like, we saw how it ended. Bill and Ted, the Reaper, the Evil That Us's, Station, and like a few other people brought in global peace, world peace by air guitaring and whatnot. Oh, and the princesses, of course. One of those movies you kind of look at, like, how could they do this movie now that George Carlin's dead? I mean, to be fair, I guess Rufus didn't have that big of a role. But it still feels weird, man. Okay. Please. No! Huh? God, I hate this jump. Okay. It looks like it's safe on top of the brick. Oh. Can't light the candle. There are deadly mushrooms, and there's more friggin' ropes. I don't know if I got a section for that either. Okay, so these are switch blockable. Okay. And it's trapped in there. Okay, those are sprite only. Why would you ever not choose that? It's a retry pipe. Okay, cool. No! Why would you do that to me? Well, was there a checkpoint? Please let there have been a checkpoint. There isn't a checkpoint. I don't understand some people's ethoses, right? Like, that section was long enough, and now you want me to learn a bunch of new stuff. Please, just give me a checkpoint. I guess we can't see the numbers, so it's a little bit harder to judge how long the section was. Because you have a thing on the screen. But I guess it's not that long if I don't care about the dragon coins, I guess. Because even then, it's not terribly long. I don't know why people are allergic to checkpoints. Like, that's making me think it's more likely this is somebody... He's not a Timmy, but closer on the scale to Timmy than, say, World Peace. I'm not sure where the SMW hackerness scale really goes, but I feel like putting World Peace near the end of it isn't a bad place to place him. There we go. I guess it's not that long, so I don't flub the friggin' jumps I can't see. But it's still annoying when you're basically like, I need to learn all this new stuff, and there's still another section before it. Especially because I can't see. That's really the problem. Okay, well, I could see that, but that's still a problem. Like, I love the aesthetics of this. You've got the background, you got the mountains, you got the moon. I always like seeing a good moon in a level. But then the ropes, like, that's really the problem, is they're not very visible. Oh yeah, right. I need to hit the box. Also, I don't think I've ever seen this particular Mecha Koopa outside of this level. Like, that's a weird Mecha Koopa who breathes out ghosts. Like, I'm not even sure where to begin with that one. Like, it's interesting. Is it part of the standard Mecha Koopa pack? I have no effing clue. Go lower. We must go lower. Especially this. Like the anime card. I do too. Like, it's weird. It swings between being like, I think the person who made this knows a lot about what they're doing, and then this person makes weird choices. It's very uneven in my mind. It's very uneven. There we go. Pop that. Kind of reminds you of what? What does it remind you of? Okay. Not the same scale, but reminds you of the creator of Piranha Island. Piranha Island. I've heard of Piranha Island. I don't remember. I don't think I've played it. Ah! Always one of my pet peeves. I always hate having to listen to the beginning of the music again. I don't mind coming back into the level, but I do mind having to go to the other area. Like, that's the thing that's weirding me out, is like, basically, most hackers either know how to do multiple checkpoints that are in the same, or in different level sections. Because I know, like, Lunar Magic does make it easy, but I know it's doable. Or if they decided to not deal with that particular construct, they just make a one-up door somewhere. Or other VLDC style checkpoint. I also love how there's been exactly one power-up in this entire level. Like, one. And it really only existed to get a friggin' dragon coin. Okay. Competent stuff with some decisions, their levels just seem to be placed there without a lot of thought. Yeah. I would agree with that. Yeah, I'd be, like... I'm always curious when the list of names comes out. Or placed and say good enough, yeah. Like, there's an awful lot of things in here that are just a little tighter than they probably need to be. Like, there was also a lot of spots where there wasn't a lot of overhead for the jumps in the beginnings, in the earlier section. And then, in this section, like, there's some spots that are a little bit tighter than they probably need to be. Like, the one I would point out as our example would probably be that one-tile jump off the rope. Like, if that was one tile lower, it would not make the level worse. And rope jumping is a sketchy thing in the best of times. Makes me wonder if this person had any testers. But I won't know till after I beat the level. But I really would love a mushroom. Like, this has literally just been no power-up days, the stream. Alright, cool. Phew. Almost fell off. Okay, made it again. Super unhinged jump team design, both Effort World and Naughty World have levels that are borderline raw and evil. Clearly made at the player's expense. One of the reasons why I've never looked into playing either of those, to be completely frank. Oh. Our level is so fun, we're gonna make you play it every time you mess up. Best played with 100% save? Yeah. Level's so nice, you'll play it twice, and then thrice, and quadrice, and all of the other ice numbers. Like, I appreciate that there are people out there who really do enjoy unhinged, ridiculous, raw stuff. And I'm glad that they do it over there far away from me. Like I mentioned with the last level, watching Glitch Cat play through good gimmicks, fun gimmicks, whatever it's called, is like a damn soul-crushing experience. It's like, it's just so friggin' hard. Like, there's several ones in there where I'm looking at like, I do not buy that the person who made it necessarily beat it without save states. I don't. And that's not even like a, oh no, Kaizo without save states so hard. I'm like, looking at the things that are required. Like, there's no way anybody would have gotten through an awful lot of that without save state practice. Like, period. Like, the double shell levels, like, the wacky shell levels especially. Like, you have to chart a course through there, and then there was an RNG ending to one of them. I'm just looking at like, how? Oh, whoops. Realize in Slice for Naughty World, your raw stuff is not that sadistic. If you try to be, you need time to make something satisfyingly sadistic. Yeah, I vaguely remember the lore for Naughty World. It was like making levels, like an advent calendar for people or something. Secret Santa exchange, something there, or level... What's like the phrase I'm looking for? Like, quick jam levels inspired by a specific word or something? Am I on the right track here? Morsel's comment on Naughty World. That's one single world of Naughty World. Okay. I feel like I've gotten a one-up several times in this hack. Stuff based on time spans. Prompt span and time span of 1 to 2 hours. Oh, okay. Yeah, that falls very distinctly into... I mean, I'll be honest, I could do that, or I could just replay the, like, what was it, 30 seconds equivalent in Box Mantano. Because that was hilarious. Okay. Cool. Minute World was great. Alright, we made it to here, where the mushroom will immediately spawn on me. Okay, no mushroom spawning on me immediately, that's nice. That's a semi-solid, okay. Oh, you... You know what, I'm not even mad. Well played. Okay. It says left. Or right. Left or right. Lit the candle. That feels important. Oh, okay. I have 5 Yoshi coins. I guess we'll see what's in the 5 Yoshi coin door. I don't like this. This is my reward. I get the secret exit and I have to do it all over again? Great, good reward. Thank you very much. I unlocked the moon, at least. Okay. Some rooms took multiple attempts to design. Yeah. The secret exit at the very end of the level. Everyone's favorite video game trope. Maybe I should have listened to the box. Well, the bright side is the part at the end isn't all that long. So I've got that going for me. And I don't have to collect the Yoshi coins, and trying to collect the Yoshi coins was a source of deaths. So, like, it's not as bad as it could be, but I'm certainly not happy with that decision. Like, I was expecting it to be like an attaboy, like, congratulations, you got the Yoshi coins. Good for you. Which it kind of was, but also kind of wasn't. Especially if when I go through all this effort, the other one leads me straight to a gall tape. Which is what I'm actually expecting at this point. Yeah, I think I actually like the first half of this, first third, more than the second and third. I think the third part was a bit tacked on. I will say, for whatever reason, that I kind of suspect that the hacker for this speaks Spanish, bizarrely enough. Nope. There's something about it. I know that the Japanese at the beginning, but I just have this feeling. Like, it has a bit of a Fortaleza Reznor smell to it that I can't fully articulate. Time to cheat, maybe. Secret exit you made for Naughty World level. You don't beat the level twice, you go through it twice. You go through it and then go backwards to give you 3 levels total. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. Like, there and back again could be legitimately well done. There was an early ROM Hack Races level by Chris G that did that. And it was actually really, really cool. The thing about beating levels, also, is that once you've done it once, it's usually a lot easier to do a second time. Like, I know all of the things that are required of me here. Okay, no might be a bit strong when I mess up the mole part, but you know. I have a vague inkling of most of the things I'm supposed to do here. But, like, the mole part is basically the end of the level. Okay, well, just keep messing the mole up. New beginnings end, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, like, Naughty World is not on my short list of things to do anytime soon, but that is curious. Actually, well, See, there we go. We're already at the midway again. Something I'm meaning to do before the end of the year, because I forgot to do it this year, is do chat hacks. I was thinking go through a bit of Dram 3, because that's the current popular big hack. And when I did it for Grand Poo World 3, people thought it was pretty funny. But Naughty World wouldn't be bad. Is Naughty World SA1? Because that's pretty much the big constraint. Like, SA1 kind of works, but it doesn't work as well. Speaking of which, I still haven't made it so System doesn't speak in mate in the chat over there. But we'll fix that later. Or not. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like, SA1 kind of works in my system, but it isn't quite as fast, and curl modules, an awful lot of the ones that people like, don't work for SA1 because, well, you have to re-implement some things, re-annotate stuff if you're using either the direct page or the 0 page, and you have to do the ORing stuff and all of that, which, like, people didn't do because why would they? As there's a non-trivial number of those that just don't work. Muscle memory is a powerful thing. And by don't work, I mean it crashes. I'm fairly certain DRAM isn't SA1, or DRAM 3 isn't. But I'm also not as sure that it'd be quite as funny as Grand Poo World was. Having watched it. Like, I've been following Juzz's playthrough on YouTube and did catch some of him live doing that. I think I rated him while he was doing... No, I rated someone else doing the castle. I think I rated Laser when he was doing his castle last time. I did raid Juzz at some point in the recent past. Perchance it's not SA1. That's good to hear. Irritatingly, that's one piece of data I don't have, is who I rated, which I would love to know. But I don't think there's any way for me to get that information now, and I don't like, have any way to set up to acquire it as far as I know. Right. That's probably the intended solution. Okay. I almost panic jumped my way into this failure. Chat hacks your Mario boss. Now that's something. Oh yeah, what? Perchance was a Kaizo, right? No! It went the other way! That's not how those work! Ah, for Pete's sake. I thought it had to go left. Yeah, I was trying to remember which one it was. Is that the one is that the Luigi one? Or am I thinking of a different boss? Or like the Mario 3 looking Mario. Oops. I hate when I do that. SMB3 Mario. Okay, so cool. I do remember this boss. I remember watching the clear video and be like, holy cow. As well as watching people try to clear it, which also elicited a holy cow. Hard mode Luigi variant. That must be what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I could see that. Okay. Hardest part of the level. Like, the way that's set up is actually a pretty fun little trick. Dang it. Except I can't see it. Hakanug, real. Maxed out the sliders. Boss is customizable, so he's not. Yeah. I doubt you've seen it, but at GDQ, Dan Salvato had his new game out. I really wish I could remember the name. Somewhere between Toho and I Want to Be the Guy, but being made for Amiga. And so the demo itself basically consists of one set of jumping levels, and then a boss. And the boss is also tunable. And so he cranked up all of the dials and made the... Oh, well, okay, that's fine. And made an evil mode that a few people did spend some time trying to beat. And as far as I know, only Trash Lord Oscar and Vab actually beat it. But yeah, the hard mode was ridiculous. And you had to qualify to do hard mode by beating the normal mode, like, under 5 minutes and deathless, I think, were the requirements. Echo Ravenna met the requirements, but never quite managed to beat the boss. They spent a lot of time on it. But then got sick, and that kind of nixed chances there. I wonder if anyone else like gave it the ultimate try. I swear there was only 2 clears, and Trash Lord Oscar had the advantage of having played it at a prior GDQ or some other event. And having beaten it there. So it didn't take him nearly as long. I did not succeed in qualifying. Hottest spiced ice cream you have to sign a waiver for. It said to be the hospital. Oh. That sounds deeply unpleasant. See, that's the way it's supposed to go. Okay. Got the key. I get the feeling you're supposed to break it there, and I don't know why you would want to. Okay, just gotta be ready for it. Okay, and now this. I am brilliant. I like that setup. That is cute. That's a lot of effort just for an orb. Yep. Yep, that was a lot of effort just for an orb. Oh, wait. Well, it was technically a different exit. Technically. There are things I liked a lot about that level, and there's a lot of things I can say I don't like about that level. I would say there's a certain lack of polish in certain spots. I dislike the fact that I can't see the chains I'm jumping on. Those were just damn invisible unless the light was flashing, which is always fun. I liked the 2 escort sections. I thought that throwing the dry bones around was a lot of fun and was kind of expecting more of that, but then that didn't happen. The mole escort was also perfectly fine. The stuff with the P-switches was really good. Like, honestly, I think if it had been more of the poison mushroom stuff, I would have been happier with that level than the chain jumping. Like, the poison mushroom stuff was easier, but it was also more fun. And the actual, like, being locked in and having to deal with it was fun in both those cases. So yeah, just a really uneven level, and it didn't end with a boss. I'm disappointed. I really expected a boss for some reason. I mean, that's not, like, gonna lose him any points or anything, but, like, it's just, you know, a little disappointing.